A game that has been around since 2005. That has around 13 different versions and has inspired so many games. From over the shoulder to game mechanics. This game's legacy completely endures in modern titles, proving its design timeless. Throughout the years, it has been highly requested for many YouTube channels, and because it does have so many versions, if you haven't played it by now, honestly, you've just been avoiding it. The versions I remember playing were 2005's GameCube version along with the PlayStation 2's version. And then of course the PC port many years later. You want to know a fun fact about me though? I never completed the game until I played the PC port. Yep. Anyway, today I'm reviewing the remake, and yes, I've completed it. Before I start, I do want to admit, I'm a huge fanboy of this franchise, along with many others, but I assure you, I am not biased. If I feel like critiquing something, just because it's how I feel, then I will. Period. Also, one more thing. I'm gonna try my best in every video that I do. I don't like to cut corners, and I truly want to show how passionate I am for the gaming culture. I grew up in it, I continue to live it, and continue to breathe it every day. I'd really love to have you guys support, but more importantly, interaction. If you'd like to critique my critique, or simply tell me you think I'm wrong in any way, let me know below. I'm fine with that. So please, sub, like, and let's talk about it. Now with that being said, let's get into it. The atmosphere. The calm before the storm. We know what to expect as most of us have played the game. We know what's about to happen next, but even so, the game still felt fresh due to how well the environment was produced. From walking through the wooded area at the beginning, up the steps into the first house, it still had my sense of awareness at its peak. I knew what to expect, but my eyes were still blown away by the amount of detail that was displayed. They were able to make you feel creeped out as they made the eerie surroundings feel more immersive, as if you were playing it again for the first time. The mystery of the surrounding area makes you feel a bit of anxiety going forward. The stress of feeling uneasy moving through the woods, up the path and into the buildings maybe had you doing a double take. Or make you even turn around because a sound caught your attention from behind you. The sound design. Now, let me start off by saying, I've been an audio engineer since my teens. I'll be 35 in July. So when I tell you that the audio was recorded, mixed, and mastered in the best way possible, I mean that shit. From each gunshot, knife swing, whether it made contact or not, it sounds great. Remake Ashley. Not really much to say other than the fact that she's more tolerable to be around and she's a lot less annoying, and her AI seems to be a lot better than what it was.
That was awesome.
I think you might have found your calling.
Playing as Ashley. I felt like I had a better time in this one due to the fact that Capcom reminds you and humbles you during her playthrough. They remind you that their franchise still lives up to its name. With Leon, obviously you feel more comfortable having all of these weapons at your disposal. So when it's time for Ashley's gameplay, you immediately feel constricted or even claustrophobic in a sense. You really have to watch your every turn around a corner. Now about her playthrough, what I really find amazing is the armored units. Because when they really shine is when you're playing through Ashley's run. You get the sense of what the devs were trying to accomplish with these units. With Leon, you feel it's another enemy to overcome. During her run through, they are an obstacle to outthink. You needing to play chess instead of checkers with them felt fun, and it stressed me out so much that I don't want to do another run through on that for quite a while. Okay, to keep going with the things that I like, another one would have to be Leon's wittiness.
Let myself out.
It never lacks. I'm glad they didn't hold back on his overall personality. He's cool, confident, and overall an enjoyable character with his comebacks. There were a few lines that were changed from the OG, but I'm not here to go that deep.
Story of my life.
Luis and Ada. I think the redesign for Luis is actually better. I think it really works in this one. Both the face model and the voice actor absolutely killed it in this one. His look 100% fits into this world, as he doesn't appear to be innocent nor bad. Although meeting him for the first time, you know something is off about him. His personality complements Leon's when both are around, and it makes you wish they were in more cutscenes together. Ada's design. For this game, it's as good as any other design she's had for any other game or movie. I'm glad they didn't change her too much for the remake, and yes, I do miss the red dress that she wore in the 05 game. Regardless, she's still a beautiful character, and I love seeing her on screen every time she's there. Now, I'm going to give a hot take here, and no, I will not argue with people on this one. The voice actress for Ada in this remake, I love it. This isn't to say either the old actress is better or worse, but I still love the direction that they went in this one.
How ambitious.
In this one, she's softer spoken. You can tell she wants to say more, but either she can't or doesn't know how. Point is, she seems like she's still holding a lot from Leon in every conversation. Her tone of voice is very spy-like.
Very smooth.
She can still give off that flirtatious tease that everyone is used to, but her mannerisms, due to what she is, keeps her grounded on that fact. She's a spy. She's quiet like a spy. She understands that this is a no-strings-attached job, although we know how she really feels about Leon.
Right.
Okay, now I don't want to spend too much time talking about designs, but I want to make it crystal clear that the team did their thing for every redesign. If I had to give one critique, where the hell was Ramon's hat at? I think they should have kept it in the game, and not only kept it in the game, but after his transformation, have him continue to wear it while in his monster form. Just kidding. Maybe. Or maybe not. Now, things I don't like about the game. I hate that the knife can break. Durability in some games kinda piss me off. When I could be using the money on something else, sometimes it feels annoying to repair your knife or body armor instead. However, I'm not that good at RE4 anyway, so maybe that's what the problem is. Sounds like it's more of a personal issue, and it won't affect the rating I give it because I still know how to see the bigger picture. Sometimes mobs can be too much in situations where you're in smaller spaces. I get annoyed by how spongy some enemies are, and I know some are meant to be tougher than others, but sometimes it's like, damn man, I threw 4 high explosive grenades right at you, and you're still after me as if you hoarded all the green herbs instead of me. And on top of that, we got 3 crossbowmen with flaming arrows, 5 guys with metal shields, a few guys running around with electro stabs that would give the Ninja Turtles a run for their money. I mean, holy. I think this leads me into my next gripe, the military aspect of the game. I understand Leon has been through it in his training to get to where he's at right now, and I know they wanted to flesh that out against his major. So there has to be build-up for it. But for me, as soon as I hit the military installation on the island, it takes me out of it a bit, and I'm just trying to rush through it. Honestly, this is where I start to get a little fatigued of the chaotic gameplay. But after I finish Krauser, then everything seems to die back down and I feel like I'm in an RE game again. I was saying to myself during the playthrough that it felt like I was playing a Tom Clancy game rather than an RE game, but I get it. Overall, not many complaints on the whole project. I wanted to have more dislikes, but I wasn't gonna sit here and force myself to not like something just to have it on a list of things. I also want to say this before I go ahead with my personal rating for the game. It's not my favorite RE title. I probably have multiple RE games above this one, and I don't share the same enthusiasm putting it as number 1 in the franchise. It's one of the greatest games ever made, but not the greatest in its own franchise. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's how I feel. If I compare RE to other games outside of the franchise, I would put it above so many. But I still feel like there's a few in its own franchise that I prefer for my own reasons. With that being said, RE4 Remake, I had a blast playing, but there are parts I had to make myself push through just to get to the better parts later in the game. So without further ado, on my first review for my channel, I'm giving RE4 Remake a 9 out of 10. I really want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you even more if you've decided to support me. If you've agreed with me in this review, thanks for having my back. And if you didn't, let's talk about it and see if we can reach some common ground. I'm gonna work harder on every new video I make. And of course, if you have any recommendations, please feel free to let me know. Every interaction with you guys matter. And who knows, I could be making a follow-up video changing my ratings based on your opinions. If that happens, I'll personally shout you out on that video. Until the next vid, y'all. Salud.